we got ground pounding done. We were even able to go to St. Joseph's, where I ran into the former pastor who was telling me about the most recent death of Justice Scalia. It was good to see Father Shipp. He made it very, he was saying that it's been a long time since he's seen me. I mean, we're talking back in 2004. So it's been a number of years, but it's still good to see the people that make a difference in everyone's lives. You know, St. Joseph's is a church on Capitol Hill that is very politically savvy, because they have a 12 noon mass, and you never know who you're going to see at the mass. You never know who you're going to see at these masses. So we try to. Well, I wanted to go on Thursday, but we didn't get a chance to. So it tended to be a good afternoon, but then I got to the church shortly after the Mass, and that's when I saw Father Shipp and was able to talk to him about everything that we were going through. It's been interesting because, you know, you just never know. By doing ordinary things, you get to do extraordinary things.
You know, what God puts in our way. You know, like today, I didn't know this meeting that I really didn't want to go to. I figure it's just another, you know, briefing, and I wasn't sure how it was going to go. But it turns out, you know, I learned so much and was able to get another piece of the puzzle and come up with a solution. Because, as you know, if we make them look good, if we give them a solution that they can get some PR out of and leverage votes out of, they're more apt to support you. And it's just, oh, well, I guess if people are helped, I guess that's a good thing. But, you know, as long as we get votes and as long as we look good, as long as, you know, they can take credit.
Well, it's never good. It's never good to have to go through these types of situations where you have to, ass kissing will no longer be tolerated to the outbreak of AIDS. And it does make you kind of want to understand, what are these people thinking about? And you're right, it's about the votes.
It's Wi-Fi. It's We FM. Remember We FM.
What's in it for me?
Exactly. And then when you have to treat them like they're the Japanese feudal folks and the mafia together, and that's bad since they work for us, but that's the way you have to do. Plus, you have to answer what's in it for them.
WYIFM, that's that famous radio station. What's in it for me?
Yeah. And you're more successful if you answer that question for them. And let them know how many votes you represent. And remember, every time you advocate for something, there's an algorithm for that.
Well, when I was telling, when we were sitting in Congressman Payne's office discussing service dogs, he was saying that he has 3 dogs of his own. And in him having those 3 dogs, it made it very friendly for us. So we got a picture with him sitting next to the service dogs and talking about them and talking a little bit about his record. Although this was not a congressman who was on the Veterans Service Committee, he's always had an active history of being available to veterans. When he is on the city council of the city of Newark, working in the city council, he was able to be of benefit to veterans. If you needed something in the city of Newark, he was always accessible to you, especially as a veteran. Now, He's on the federal level. And although he's not on the Veterans Affairs Committee, he is doing work for veterans in his district that have led to people finding housing, that have led to people getting their monies from their benefits. You know, we have to take our friends where we can find them and know that people will do a good job if you have a little bit of faith in them. Sometimes we run into these people who do not understand that.
And another thing, too, is we need to thank them because they need to hear feedback. And, you know, sometimes I said thank you, and they're just like shocked as, you know, being on the opposite party, or they didn't realize how much their work was appreciated. So it goes both ways. It's up to us. So just remember that too.
Mm-hmm. Well, we have to do more to keep our people aware of what's going on. Now, for those of you that don't understand, how to get in touch with your congressman or your senator, you have to call the U.S. Capitol. Now, that number, get your pen, get your paper, is 202-224-2131. You give the operator your zip code, she will tell you who your representative in the House is, and then tell you who your two senators are. Now, that means that you... And they will transfer you to one of those three. So that means you have to pick up the phone, 3 phone calls. So you have to do this because every time you take a moment to call your congressman, they log that as 1 vote. And that 1 vote represents 500 constituents per call.
In some areas, even more. You know, it just depends.
So, this is why we speak up on the issue of telling people to stay in contact. Give your congressman a report card. Now, we're not to badmouth congressional representatives, but I do have to say the exception to the rule, one person that I've never seen available 3 years now running in a row, when we ask for time with this particular senator, you can never reach her. Her name is Dianne Feinstein. Now, I'm not saying that she's anti-veteran, but I am saying that she's definitely hard to get a hold of. We've tried 3 years in a row, and no efforts whatsoever have ever been made to try to get back to us to try to see what it is that we need or want or anything along those lines.
You know, accessibility. They and their staff should be accessible to us. Who pays salary? How did they get so rich?
Well,
You know, just look at 2 programs her husband benefit. Department of Education that Clinton started, and him getting all those millions. And recently, the no big contract to sell all the surplus post offices. No constraints, no nothing. Whatever he wanted to whomever he wanted, however he saw fit. How many millions was that? If I sound I'm too harsh, I'm tired of veterans dying. I'm tired of resources being squandered. I'm tired of nothing but baloney given to us.
it ain't real baloney. It is not real baloney. I'm telling you. It's, what is that stuff they give the prison? Meal a loaf?
Oh, yeah. They claim they have the vitamins and minerals.
Mixed up together, and you get a slice of it, and it's just, you don't know what it is.
From what I understand, I think nasty would be about the nicest polite way to describe it. But yet sometimes veterans in the field, they don't get to eat every day. I've heard of...
oh, yeah. Sometimes that happens. Be lucky if you did get some kind of a good meal.
And the Marine across the street was telling me that they went for like 3 weeks with 1 RE a day. That was it.
See, that's disgusting. You're working in that? Now, I was talking to a vet this week, and I was surprised at this vet, but the vet went, in order to keep their job and be able to do what they needed to do, they went and had a vasectomy. And the thing is...
Really?
Yes.
That's an elective.
It's an elective, but the thing about it is because of the fact of the matter that the job does not pay that well to support a family.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, in order
That's
that
bullshit.
well, being that the job does not pay enough to support a family, which we already know this.
Well, use protection safe. Come on now, that is no excuse. I can't believe you wasting.
No, well, I'm just saying, this is what people think that they have to do to work in a job that incurs an honor debt.
Yeah, but it doesn't carry that.
Well,
that is never a reason for that.
I don't think so.
You can use other measures.
Yes, I agree with you, but that's what they did.
Well, so that's not a commensable excuse.
No, I'm not saying that we're not talking about compensation. I'm just saying about dedication.
Somebody listening thinking they can file a claim for it, that's hogwash. Okay, wrong answer. Not gonna.
Oh, wait a minute.
We get a call.
As Marilyn has said, wrong answer.
There ain't no claim for that. Don't even try it. Don't even think about it.
So, are you there, Steph?
I was just cracking up. I had to turn away.
I know
because some of these things is ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
I agree with you, but this is what people do in order to try to fit into a job that doesn't pay you to support your family.
That excuse ain't even got no hair on it.
Well,
that's a bald head line bull crap.
No, that's what they do. Well, that's what people do. I don't like it, and you don't like it, but that's what some people do in order to fit into the job.
But that's that's not that is ridiculous. And that's not a good reason not to fit in a job. Okay? Come on.
No, I think that you shouldn't have to do that, if you ask me.
You don't have to. They just a choice that they take.
Yeah.
Because they can use other measures to keep from multiplying their family. So that's why that would not be an acceptable excuse.
Well, but that's what happened. Well, and like I said, that was really one veteran. No, it's not. No, it's just that people make decisions.
Crazy, stupid ass decisions.
I agree. I agree. They make crazy decisions, but that is their life and they're living it.
Well, don't come tell me the sob story.
No, I'm just telling the sob story. I'm just saying this is what people do to meet the commitment. That's all I'm saying. Of serving in the military.
Yeah, that
is a commitment.
To do with serving in
yes,
the military.
It does. Yes, it does, because they tell you don't have all the babies. They tell you up front.
It's your choice to have them.
Yeah, it's your choice to have them, but it is the military that's supposed to provide for housing and everything else. No, they don't.
They provide housing.
They don't provide for your family.
They don't keep providing if you keep multiplying and multiplying. Well, that's the choice you make.
That's the gift God gives you.
No,
that's the result of the act that you're doing that. That's what they tell you. No, it does. It has to do with job choices. It's job choices. Marilyn, if you don't have enough money to take care of your own,
you stop making babies.
Well, yeah, you stop making babies, and then one way to stop making babies is get a vasectomy.
No.
Yeah. No. Well, it does work for some people.
Well,
and that's how it worked out for that
okay,
veteran.
But that ain't no good
But
excuse.
it's
So
well,
whatever.
it
Any
may not be
excuse.
for you, but obviously it was for them. They felt
then
it was
get what
effective
they
for
paid
them.
For, then don't come crying
Well,
about
the thing is, it's a sacrifice because
That ain't
of
no
a lack of pay.
sacrifice.
Yes,
That
it
ain't no
is.
sacrifice.
Yes, it is.
That ain't no sacrifice. That ain't no sacrifice.
That's